In today's video, I want to show you guys on how you can make a word search in less than 6 minutes on Google Sheets. And this is perfect for classroom activities, work team bonding activities. And of course, you can theme it to whatever words are to your liking. So without further ado, let's just jump right in. Okay, so here I am on a new Google Sheets document. Now, the first thing that I want to do in order to create my word search is that I want to create my word bank, right? You got to know what kind of theme your word search is going to be. So I'm going to type in word bank up here on cell A1. So let's do word bank like this. And this is going to be the title of it, okay? So we're going to bold it. And you can it's just like the header. For this theme, I'm going to do fruits, okay? So I'm just going to write down all the different fruits that I could think of. So let's go about apple. And I'm keeping it all caps just so that way whoever's doing the word search is consistent, because all the letters in the boxes will be all caps. So let's do apple, let's do lemon, let's do cherry, and let's do banana. Okay. I totally didn't already have a bunch of fruits to my right listed already. We can go ahead and select our words here. If you want to sort it, go to data, hit sort range, and then hit sort range by column A to Z. So now you can see we have nicely alphabetically ordered our word bank. So I'm gonna do maybe like a 20 by 20, 20 rows, 20 columns. Again, up to you how big you want this word search to be, but 20 by 20 seems to be like a good medium difficulty. You click this 3 here on the left, shift click 23, and you're selecting all 20 rows in between, okay? Now what you wanna do is you wanna resize it. So go ahead and click resize row here. And I'm gonna specify the row height just so that way I can put a custom number, and I'll do 25 here. Why not? Let's do a simple 25 and hit okay. And you can see we just adjusted 20 rows by 20 to 25 pixels tall. Now let's go ahead and go to column C here. Just so I'm going to give a little gap here with B, okay? So we can just kind of play around with that gap. Let's go to C and let's go all the way down to row V. So shift click V, kind of the same concept with the rows, but now we're doing it with the columns now to make a square grid. Right click it. We're going to resize it as well, and we're going to resize it into whatever number we put in earlier. So if you were to put in 30, 25, 40, just put that number in. So now we have a square grid. Now what you want to do here is I'm starting from C3 where I wrote apple here exactly. And I'm going to go ahead and write down this formula. So usually what if you were to do this in Google Docs or Microsoft Word, you would probably have to type in the letters one by one, and it's going to be a long time. You have to type 20 by 20, you have to manually type 400 letters. Let's save ourselves a lot of time here and let's do this formula. So what we're going to do is we're going to do equal sign char. Now what char does is that it gets a special character from an ASCII table. ASCII is basically, how you numerize different characters, right? So let's do char. You don't have to know, just follow this formula. We're gonna do a rand between. So we're gonna, randomize a letter from A to Z. And the letter A in the ASCII table is actually 65. And the letter Z is actually 90. So perfectly, 26 here on the alphabet. Let's go ahead and close this up, and guess what happens? We are going to get a random letter here. So so this is random. We don't know what letter we're gonna get. You might get a V, you might get a J. Whatever letter you get, just stretch it all the way out to the last square here to row V. And you can see here that even when I stretch it, that Q turned into an F. Okay, any refresh I'm doing here, it's gonna change that those letters. So I'm gonna go ahead and drag this down all the way to 23 because that's where we stopped resizing the row. Now, this perfect grid of letters obviously does not have our words in it. It's just random letters. This is where you have to kind of manually type, obviously, but again, this gives you flexibility on how you can actually structure your word search, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and type in A here. So don't lose track, okay? I'm on E4, P, and when you're replacing these letters, they're not gonna refresh yours, obviously, because you're just overriding the formula. So I put apple here for reference. And then guess what you can do? You can actually just highlight it to yellow. Okay, so and then apple is done. I'm gonna go ahead and put yellow here just so that way I'm keeping track of all the words that I'm doing. Okay, don't forget to integrate. You can do diagonals, for example. So for example, like grapes, I'm gonna do K6 here just to remember. GRAPES. And if you get lost again, you can just see where you ended up here. And if you can actually select the word by holding control as well, if you're doing it like diagonal here, and then you're gonna change that to yellow, okay? I'm kind of creating like an answer sheet here, but just do this for all your words. I'm gonna do that real quick, and then I'll come back when I'm done, okay? Now that we have this ready, what I can do here as well is I'm just gonna add a box around these letters. It's completely optional, you don't need a box, but I'm just gonna do it because a lot of word searches, they do have boxes. But if you were to print this right now, I go to file print, you can see here that our word search is actually coming along together. Now, obviously there are grid lines here and you want to get rid of that. So we'll go over here to the right, click formatting and uncheck this show grid lines box. So now you can see that we have our word search coming along together. Okay, first let's go ahead and title our word search. So let's go ahead and select all these boxes, all these cells above the words or the letters themselves. I'm gonna go ahead and hit merge here so they become one large cell. And let's type in, like, you know, whatever you want. So Jeremy's fruit word search, fruits word search. Okay. So you can go ahead and, you know, title it whatever your class name. I'm gonna bold it. I'm gonna go ahead and hit center, and I'm gonna go ahead and, you know, increase this font size here. And then again, if you want to add a row above this for people to write their names down, you could do like name, for example. This is maybe like for students, right? And you could increase the name, the size of this a little bit, so that way students can write down their names, whoever this is. You could add another field like date, for example. Okay, so we can do insert one row above number 2 and do date. So name and date, students can write it down, you know, whatever they want to do. And again, if you file print this, you see that it's, you know, coming together, right? You can write your name, you can write your date. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and just add this box here around this. So you don't need a box, but I'm gonna add it. Selecting all your letters. I'm gonna do borders here. I'm gonna change the weight actually of the border. So you can click this border style, and I'm gonna do like a little thicker line here and do this outer borders here. So what that does is it just, you know, adds a little range for your box. Now, the reason why I highlighted it is obviously so we have an answer key and we don't forget it. But if you were to just copy this, so I'm going to duplicate this sheet on the bottom here, hit duplicate. Now I have this copy, and I can actually just select everything and change the fill color to reset. So now you can see here, completely new word search. You know, no letters are highlighted. You have to find the letters yourself. If you want to spice up your word search, you can add images, icons. I personally use this website called Flat Icon, and I'm gonna type in, for example, fruits, and see what comes up. You know, you can add different icons. So for example, like this one, this is a fun one. So I'm just gonna go ahead and hit copy PNG, and I could just paste it and, you know, leave it anywhere, maybe like right next to this. Okay. And yeah, and then when you hit file print, you can see here that it comes along together. You have your word search. You can go ahead and set the mode to either landscape or portrait. It's really up to you. If you're doing this for a classroom, you could change the font to maybe like a more funner font like Comic Sans. I don't know, Comic Sans is a very common one in the classroom, right? It's a very fun font. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to hit the like and hit the subscribe button down below, and I'll see you guys all in the next video.